There's a cycle that's been repeating for thousands of years. And right now, at this exact moment, you're living in the most dangerous part of it. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. You've heard this before. But what nobody tells you is where you are in this cycle. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're standing in the ruins of what your parents' generation destroyed. They inherited a world built by hard men, and they made it so comfortable, so safe, so soft that you were never taught how to be strong. No one's coming to save you. There is no safety net. There is no guarantee. It's just you, starting from absolute zero, trying to build something real in a world that's collapsing. Today, I'm going to show you why this moment might be the single most important turning point in your family's story. Because this isn't just about society falling apart, it's about something deeper. It's about ending the pattern of starting from zero. Maybe you grew up watching your parents struggle, watching them work hard just to survive, never to build. Maybe you promised yourself you'd be the one who finally breaks that chain, the one who makes sure your children never have to start from scratch again. And one day, years from now, your kids are going to look around and ask, why don't we worry about money like other people? You'll remember the nights you worked in silence while everyone else partied, the sacrifices no one saw, the loneliness that almost broke you, and you'll be able to tell them the truth. So before we start, join the family. Subscribe, like this video, and write one thing in the comments. Let's get into the video. Chapter 1, 1943. His name was Thomas. He was 19 years old. The war had just ended. His father died in combat 6 months earlier. His mother was sick with tuberculosis. He had 3 younger siblings who needed food, and there was nothing. No government assistance, no social safety net, no college fund, no backup plan. Just a choice. Give up and watch his family starve, or build. Thomas chose to build. He worked 16-hour days at a factory, came home, took care of his siblings, nursed his mother, saved every penny, learned everything he could. By 25, he'd started a small construction business. By 30, he owned 3 trucks and employed 12 men. By 40, he'd built a life his father would have been proud of. Thomas wasn't special. He wasn't gifted. He didn't have advantages. He had something else. He had hard times that gave him no choice but to become strong. He married, had 3 kids, bought a house, built security, and every night when he came home exhausted, he'd look at his children sleeping and think, they'll never know what I knew. They'll never struggle like I struggled. I'm building them a better world. And he did. Thomas built so well, created so much stability, that his children grew up in comfort he'd never known. His oldest son, Robert, never went to bed hungry, never wondered if there'd be heat in winter, never had to drop out of school to work. Robert had everything Thomas never had: safety, comfort, options. And that's where everything started to break. Chapter 2, The Inheritor, 1975. Robert is 19 years old, Thomas's son. He's never known hunger, never known real struggle. The business his father built is thriving. College is paid for. His future is secure. Robert does what kids in good times do. He coasts, not because he's lazy, because he doesn't have to be strong. The world his father built is so stable that strength seems unnecessary. Robert goes to college, parties on weekends, graduates with decent grades, gets a job at his father's company. It's comfortable, easy. He's not building anything new. He's managing what was already built. Robert marries, has a son, names him Michael, and Robert wants to give Michael an even better childhood than he had, so he makes everything softer, more comfortable, more safe. Michael gets participation trophies. Everyone's a winner. No one fails. Feelings matter more than results. Follow your passion. You're special. The world is fair. Robert thinks he's being a good father. He thinks he's protecting his son. What he's actually doing is removing every bit of resistance that builds strength. Michael grows up in a world where nothing is ever hard, where every rough edge has been sanded down, where consequences don't exist, where effort is optional. Thomas built a world where his son didn't have to struggle. Robert built a world where his son can't struggle. And by the time Michael turns 18, The world has changed. The good times are ending. The systems Thomas built are failing. The promises Robert made are breaking, and Michael is completely unprepared. Chapter 3. It is 2018. Michael is 19 years old. Robert's son, Thomas's grandson. He just graduated high school. His whole life, he was told, get good grades, go to college, get a degree, get a job, be happy. Simple, linear, guaranteed. So he did everything right. Good grades, decent SAT, got into college. Picked a major his counselor said was practical. And then halfway through sophomore year, he realized something horrible. The degree won't guarantee a job. The job market is saturated. Entry-level positions require 5 years of experience. The system is broken, and everything his parents told him was a lie. Not a malicious lie, a comfortable lie. His father genuinely believed the world would work for Michael the way it worked for him, but it doesn't. Michael looks around and sees his peers. Half of them are drowning in student debt for degrees that lead nowhere. The other half are still living in the comfort bubble, convinced it'll work out somehow. And Michael has a moment of clarity that changes everything. He's standing in the ruins of his father's broken promises, facing the same reality his grandfather faced in 1943. No safety net, no guarantees, no one coming to save him. He has two options: give up and become another weak man complaining about how unfair the system is, or become strong and build something real. Michael thinks about Thomas, the grandfather he barely knew who died when he was 7, the man who built everything from nothing. And Michael realizes, I'm more like him than I am like my father. Grandfather started from zero. I'm starting from zero. Grandfather had no safety net. I have no safety net. Grandfather had to build or die. I have to build or die. The difference? Grandfather lived in a world that respected hard work. I live in a world that mocks it. That night, Michael makes a decision that separates him from everyone he knows. He's going to become the strong man the cycle demands. Not because he has to, because he chooses to. Chapter 4. Michael drops out of college. His parents are devastated. You're throwing your life away, his father says. You had it so easy, Michael responds. You don't understand what it's like now. I gave you everything so you wouldn't have to struggle. Exactly, and now I can't. Michael moves into a tiny apartment, gets a job doing manual labor, starts learning skills online, spends every free hour building something, anything, that might work. His friends think he's crazy. They're still in college, still partying, still living in the comfort bubble. They post on social media about mental health days and self-care, and the system is rigged. Michael stops talking to most of them, not because he's angry, because they're in two different worlds now. They're still living in the good times, pretending it'll last. He's already in the hard times, preparing for what's coming. The first year is brutal. Michael works 12-hour days, lives on rice and eggs, has no social life, no girlfriend, no fun, just work and learning and building. His father tells him he's being extreme. His mother worries about his mental health. His old friends post pictures of spring break trips and graduation parties. And Michael keeps building, in the dark, alone, with no recognition, no applause, no validation. Just like Thomas in 1943. By year 2, something starts to shift. The skills Michael learned are becoming valuable. The thing he's building is starting to work. He's making money. Not a lot, but enough to reinvest. By year 3, the gap becomes visible. His friends are graduating with debt and no job prospects. He's running a small business that's profitable. By year 4, his father stops criticizing, starts asking questions. How did you know this would work? Michael's answer is simple. I didn't. I just knew doing nothing wouldn't work, so I built. By year 5, Michael has something real. Not massive, not Instagram-worthy, but real. Cash flow, skills, independence, strength. And he looks around at his generation and sees them splitting into 2 groups. Group 1, still comfortable, still complaining, still waiting for the world to get easier. These are the weak men creating the next hard times. Group 2, building in the dark, getting stronger, preparing. These are the strong men who'll survive what's coming. There's no middle ground, and Michael knows which side he's on. Chapter 5. Let me tell you something no one wants to hear. You're not unlucky. You're not a victim. You're actually in the best position of all 3 generations. Your grandfather Thomas had to be strong because the world forced him. War, depression, survival. He had no choice. Your father Robert got soft because the world allowed it. Comfort, safety, abundance. He had no reason to stay hard. But you get to choose strength while living in weakness. That's rare. That's powerful. You see the comfort for what it is, a trap. You see your peers getting soft in real time. You see the systems failing. And instead of complaining, you're building. That makes you dangerous. Because when hard times fully arrive, and they're coming, you'll already be strong. You'll have spent years preparing while everyone else was distracted. The cycle says hard times create strong men. But here's what it doesn't say. The strong men are created before the hard times fully hit. They see it coming and prepare in advance. That's you, right now. Building in the dark while the world parties in the light. Your generation will split into 2 groups. Those who saw it coming and prepared, and those who stayed comfortable and got destroyed. There's no middle ground, and you're choosing which side you're on every single day. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're choosing to be Thomas, not Robert. Every time you work while your peers party, you're building what they'll wish they had. Every time someone calls you extreme or obsessed, you're confirming you're on the right path. Because normal people get normal results. And normal right now means soft, weak, unprepared. You're not trying to be normal. You're trying to survive what's coming. Chapter 6. The choice. Here's what people don't understand about the cycle. It's not automatic. It's not inevitable. The cycle exists because of choices. Thomas chose to build when he could have given up. Robert chose comfort when he could have stayed hard. Michael chose strength when he could have stayed soft. And you're choosing right now, every single day. You think you're just deciding whether to wake up early or hit snooze. You're not. You're deciding which generation you belong to. You think you're just deciding whether to learn a skill or watch Netflix. You're not. You're deciding if you're a builder or an inheritor. You think you're just deciding whether to stay disciplined or take it easy. You're not. You're deciding if you're the strong man who creates good times or the weak man who creates hard times. The weight of this should terrify you, because in 20 years you'll have kids, and they'll ask you, how did you build this? How did we end up here? And you'll either tell them Thomas's story. I saw the world getting soft. I chose to get hard. I built while everyone else partied. And when the hard times came, I was ready. Or you'll tell them Robert's story. I inherited something I didn't build. I got comfortable. I didn't see it coming. And I left you with nothing. Your kids won't care about your excuses. They'll only care about what you built or didn't build. Thomas built so well that Robert never had to struggle. Robert built so poorly that Michael had to start over. What will your kids inherit? Strength or weakness? Security or chaos? The cycle doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if it's fair. It just keeps turning. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Right now, we're in the weak men create hard times phase. You can see it everywhere. Systems failing, promises breaking, comfort dissolving. And that means the next phase is coming. Hard times create strong men. The question is, are you becoming that strong man now? Or are you waiting for the hard times to force you? Because here's the secret Thomas knew and Robert forgot. You don't have to wait for hard times to become strong. You can choose it now. Michael is 30 now. He built something real. He's not rich, he's not famous, but he's strong, independent, prepared. And when he thinks about having kids someday, he doesn't feel the fear Robert felt. Robert was terrified his kids would struggle, so he removed all struggle and created weakness. Michael knows different. He'll let his kids struggle, not because he's cruel, because he knows that's how Thomas built strength. That's how Michael built strength. The cycle will continue, but Michael's kids will start where Thomas started, with a father who knows that comfort creates weakness and struggle creates strength. And when the next good times come, because they will, Michael's kids will remember. They'll remember what it took to build. And maybe, just maybe, they won't make Robert's mistake. Maybe they'll break the cycle. But that starts with you, right now, today. You're the transition generation, the rebuilders, the ones who saw the comfort for what it was and chose hardship anyway. You're building in the dark while the world sleeps, and in 20 years, you'll be the Thomas of your family line, the one future generations talk about with respect. That's when it all started. That's when our family got strong again. The cycle is real. Hard times do create strong men, but you don't have to wait for the hard times to become strong. You can see them coming and start building now. So I'll ask you one question, and I want you to answer it in the comments. Are you a rebuilder? What are you building while the world stays soft? Write it down, make it public, because the moment you declare it, you stop being Robert and become Thomas. The cycle is turning. Which side of it are you on? See you in the next video.